Okay, so now quick. Let's quickly share. Let's quickly share these and then proceed. Though it's a little bit weird to do this the non-usual way. Anyway, but still not a problem. It'll just take a few clicks here and there. This is going to be the last week of. This is going to be the last week of Shadows over Innistrad Remastered, but it's actually been quite fun altogether. Among the different remastered sets, I would say that I've enjoyed this one the most. Now, as far as remastered sets go, we had Kaladesh Remastered, we've had Amonkhet Remastered. Those were fine, but they did get solved, or rather sealed, really quickly. I think it Shadow Shadows kind of solved that by having the extra card slot. I think, though, for the most part, it was kind of you could ignore it if it didn't line up, but it was an interesting twist if it did line up. And so anyway, there we go. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing a premiere draft of Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. It will be the last one because March of the Machine is coming soon. In about 2 days as of this post. So this week's Shadows of the Past is Abominable All-Stars, and indeed they are all All-Stars. Cards that we could get include Avacyn Angel of Hope, Balefire Dragon's fine, Brimstone, a lot of the solid ones. It doesn't even have to be solid rares. Well, Gristlebrand and Huntmaster of Fells is here, but also solid cards like, say, Mistraven, Tragic Slip, many solid flip, many Brimstone Volley. Oh, that one's a good one. Barter in Blood. Invisible Stalker is here also, so we could do the combo with. But oh wait, no, Butcher's Cleaver. I don't know. Butcher's Cleaver is not in this card list. I believe Butcher's Cleaver was in a previous week, so we were not going to get that. So here's the aforementioned Brimstone Volley, which is pretty solid. 3 damage to any target and could become 5 damage, which is quite good. We could just take the Diregraph Colossus, which is a pretty solid zombie build around. It's a shame that we're passing Deadweight as removal. We're passing Liliana as... Well, these are kind of medium range. Passing the Brimstone Volley is kind of painful, if you ask me. I would probably still take the Diregraph Colossus. See what else we end up with. Because this is pretty good late, and it's pretty good early. It's pretty good late, so nothing wrong with it. I'd still take it. Yeah, but passing the Brimstone Volley pretty much means we're kind of locking ourselves out of red. What are the good zombie cards we can expect? Well, there's a Have and Go Lich. That one's fine. There's Audric's here. There's a Rise from the Grave, but that's a bit of a meh. We can always take Tragic Slip. This one was one of the best cards. Do note that, okay, this doesn't have Morbid Trigger, but there are some Morbid Triggers here between the Tragic Slip and the Brimstone Volley, so we should be on the lookout for ways to get creatures to die. But still, Tragic Slip's Tragic Slip. It's a very solid removal piece. Shame well, actually, it's not much of a shame we're passing Audric. Audric is... It's fine. It's a bit mediocre. Yeah, we're definitely gonna probably aim for blue-black. This is yet another Hand War Battlements. I don't think I've ever gotten this. Oh, I did get a copy of it from somewhere. Well, no support for zombies here, so let's see. What are our other alternate options? Geist of the Archives is a bit sad. Soul Separator kind of works, though honestly, this is really not a playable card. I could just take the Explosive Apparatus. Because Morbid is, if a creature died this turn, it doesn't matter whose. So I can always just take the Explosive Apparatus. Alternately, I can just take the Drownyard Behemoth. Because blue-black is also a good place to do Emerge. Yeah, I think I probably like this better than the apparatus. I'm gonna take this one. Let's see. Let's see if we can make this work. There is a good chance that it doesn't quite, that the zombie plan doesn't quite work out, so we might end up with just the tragic slip in the Drowned Behemoth. Not the worst play. Not the worst place to end up in. Well, we did get some good zombies this time. There's a Drunau Corpse Trawler. This is perfect for both the Behemoth and for the Diregraph. Deny Existence is fine in the back end. Crow of Dark Tidings, kind of fine. I will note that we are passing quite a good number of Moonlight Hunts. Green has actually got the Werewolves actually got quite a good amount of support. So that is something to consider. Let's see, what else are we? Evolving Wilds? Well, now that you mention it, the set does have problems with generic mana fixing, so I guess it's not too bad. Okay, Drownyard Explorers, Investigate, that's fine. Spectral Shepherd, return target spirit you control to its owner's hand, could return itself, so, but it needs death, not leaves the battlefield triggers. Graph Rats, super boring. The safest card is probably the Terrarian. With a lot, since we're looking for a lot of things to die, we might want to be on the lookout for Delirium. Also, in the event that we get something that we want to splash, and there are plenty of rares that are quite splashable, having Terrarian does kind of turn it on as an option. So that is something to be on the lookout for. Okay, the pack is just getting worse and worse. We might just take... We could take either the Brute or the Cryptolith Fragment. Oh, let's see. Add 1 mana of any color. Each player loses 1 life. If player has 10, transform. This is actually interesting. I might be tempted to take this. Only because the Brute is kind of meh. Yeah, let's speculate on this. It gives us another option here. There's a Gavany Unhallowed, which I probably will take over. Now, Rise from the Grave will get anything back. But this only triggers on zombie spells, so Rise from the Grave doesn't quite work with this. It's also a bit expensive. I might just take the Gavany Unhallowed here. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but we do need to. We really need to fill out our 2s and 3s quite a bit, so that is also another concern here. Also, Gavany Unhallowed is kind of a good setup into Drowned Behemoth. So there is that. Yeah, the emerged creatures are also a very good way to trigger Tragic Slip. That we are short on zombies. Like, yeah, we got 3 zombies. Not out of 6 cards. Nothing to write home about. Here, I did go Deathcap Cultivator last time just for the mana ramp. This would be a fine choice. Alternately, I could take the Deny Existence or another Unhallowed. I'm probably gonna speculate on the Cultivator, see if this becomes an option. Most likely not. Okay, we'll probably take the Elite over a second Behemoth. This one is a second Behemoth's probably too much. It's also not the exciting flash card. So if blue does not become an option, green, we can shift to green. Green is a good morbid color, so that there is a plan for it. So we can. But as far as our cards are concerned, not exciting, admittedly, but we could, yeah, well, there's a Weirding Wood, Investigate. Essence Flux, nah. I probably will just take the other Crow. Grotesque Mutation is actually a very big life swing, so that is also an option. I think I'll take the Crow first. If we can take a zombie, we'll probably take the zombie. Then if the zombie's not so great, we still have room for the three mana slot. It will probably change when we get to the. It'll probably change when we get to the other counts. Like right now we have like 4 cards in the 3 slot, so pretty fine. Okay, more crit necropod, man. Merciless resolve. It sacrifice a creature or land, so this is an option. But I think I'm gonna take the explosive apparatus. And let's see, crawling sensation. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill, and it generates. No, it's a sideboard. We need to have some options for green at least if we're gonna go that route. So we should consider that. Things might change when we, depending on how bomby our rare options are in pack 2 and pack 3. Yeah, we'll take 1 Graph Rats. It's filler when the 2-drop slot. We might hit the other half here, which is quite easy to do. That other half is an uncommon. Oh, we did get the Merciless Resolve in the end. And, hey, we did get the Haven Gold. Oh, wait. There's an Eldritch Evolution, but probably not going to run it at double green. Certain Death is too expensive. We will take the Lich. You may cast target creature card in a graveyard, which includes other people's graveyard. So, this is a better alternate for Rise from the Grave, so we will take this. We should start looking out for lands too. We didn't see any last time. Another Terrarion. There's a Fogwalker, which we can use as a trick. Okay, this is not the good angel. Now let's speculate on this one. Hey, Daniel Davillo Carino, thank you for liking the stream. How is your weekend going, my friend? Yeah, we'll definitely take the Fogwalker up here. Yeah, we need to fill out the 2 slot. We really don't need another Gavinian Hallowed. Now we have a removal issue. Dead weight is very solid. There's a Sigarda's Aid I want to take, but we can't. But well, it's really either Barter and Blood. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. This is usually very solid. Dead weight is cheap removal. We will not see either of these come back, so I probably will just take. I'll take 1 Barter. Yeah, we'll take 1 Barter. This might not be correct because it overloads our 4 slot. Okay, probably take the Wretched Griff over Lab Brute because that's another card in the 4 slot. Yeah, we'll take the Wretched Griff here. We could alternately take Blazing Torch, which is actually decent removal. It's probably better than Explosive Apparatus. Yeah, we'll take the Blazing Torch, actually. Okay, more Zombos. Ghoul Caller's Apprentice, not quite a Zombo, so although it's a good 2-drop, alternately Imprison in the Moon. It has done wonders, but usually people skip this. I'll take the Traven Foulbloods for now. We have enough artifacts to sack, so that will get us there. Definitely taking the Evolving. Oh my gosh, hold on. This is instant and sorcery. We only have 2, so we can't take that. We'll take the Evolving Wilds here. We have enough in blue-black now, so the green can go. We might also not need the Terrarion, but having more artifacts is not a bad thing. Okay, I guess we can take 1 Abundant Maw. It's either that or another Foulbloods, which is not bad. I think we'll take 1. We'll take 1 Maw for now. So we have a few decent options for big beef. Well, bigs. Okay, not exactly beef, but we got your turf, we got your surf. Hey, Tree of Perdition. This is actually a scary rare. We'll actually take it. Well, mostly because we're not too interested in it. But we are kind of overloading our 4 slots, so that is another concern. Yeah, but Tree of Perdition, if you're hitting them really hard, this is just a good defender. It But otherwise, in fact, yeah, this is probably the thing is that this exchanges with your opponent. It's definitely a lot better than the original green. This is a better retrain versus the original one, I would say. Okay, we did get the certain death back, so we probably will take one. Yeah, we probably need at least one because our removal count, blazing tragic slip, blazing torch, explosive apparatus, that takes care of our cheap one. Barter in blood and certain death, that takes care of our expensive one. So that's our removal suite. We still need a lot of cheaper cards now, that's for sure. In fact, if I can swap out, say, this deals 2, this deals 2. Actually, the blazing torch is the blazing torch has some use, but it is the weaker of the two because it needs a creature. If we can get more 2-drops, I will probably run the blazing torch. That's the play line. Otherwise, I will just run. The rando can't be blocked by vampires or zombies. Actually, quite relevant. Vampires tend to swarm quite a bit. We should be prioritizing cheaper drops over more expensive ones. Probably don't want another unhallowed. Let's just. Oh, we'll actually take the groundskeeper, but. Okay, yet another expensive one, but this is one of the better zombie options over. So we will take that. We are hurting for cheap creatures though. Like, I will willingly sub out the Tree of Perdition. I'm willing to sub out the Cryptolith. Well, we kind of have ramp with the fragment, but not that much, so I'm willing to sub that out a bit. Our bomb air quotes right now is Haven Gulich. Really don't want to run the Lab Brute at this point. We'll take Second Harvest. Yeah, if I'm going to get shut out on this one, I might as well I might as well get as many rares as possible. Oh yeah, probably gonna cut the Graph Rats because that combo is out dead. If we can go for as much black as possible, I'm willing to even cut the Fogwalker, but this right now it stays. Because this one's pretty much just it's really just a combat trick. Target creature and opponent controls does not untap. Yeah, we'll take one grotesque mutation now. Yeah, we've been avoiding the Lab Brute quite a bit. Yeah, you got another Foul Blood, so now we're on the lookout for cheap ones. Haunted Dead, not cheap, but it does qualify. We do have. If we were in white, we would take the Declaration in stone. We are in blue though, so we'll probably take one of the best creatures, Mist Raven. The double blue hurts, but it also means, yeah, we can cut the Tree of Perdition now. That's very unlikely to serve our game plan. Another Graph Rats, another Tragic Slip. There's an Exultant Cultist, which is fine. We'll definitely take the Tragic Slip though. We do need to have more cheap creatures. We do have some slots for them. At least Liliana's Elite can get large. Crow of Dark Tidings. Not the most exciting one, but we do have 9 zombies we do have 8 other zombies to go with the Colossus. We could use more, to be honest. Barter in Blood does serve as a mini rat for our deck, so that's pretty much our plan. Yeah, if I can find a way to sub out certain debt, I probably would. I'm just leaving it in here for now. We still have quite a few number of picks. But definitely on the lookout for really cheap zombies. 2 mana, 3 mana. Preferably 2 because that slot is that slot really needs a lot of help right now. I'll try to cut out 4s when I can. Well, we did get an Olivia's Bloodsworn, not a zombie, but it is a cheap 2-drop. We also got another Mist Raven, which is probably... Is the second one too greedy? It hurts that I have to... It hurts that I'm going to pass this, because this is such a strong tempo play. But we need to manage our curve. No, well, let's greed. Let's greed it out. So... Probably cut the certain death at this point. Hey, you got Triskaidekaphobia, so we do have the combo. This probably passes, so... I'll just get it on the way back. There's another Liliana's Elite that at least it fills the tree slot. There's a Deadweight that probably cuts out one of our artifacts, which is not bad. Yeah, we have 15 and 6. We can add another removal here. Another Corpse Trawler. There is an Altered Egos. You can have as a copy of any creature in the battlefield except it enters with... This is a bomb effect. Will we be able to cast it? In theory, we can with the Cryptolith Fragment and an Evolving Wilds. It's certainly better than the third Corpse Trawler. Yeah, we'll take it. Okay, we did get Midnight Scavengers. There is an Ever After, which is way too expensive. Probably can't run it. Midnight Scavengers also a bit expensive. I probably should take it just to say that I got the combo, but I probably don't want to run the combo anyway if I can. Yeah, we'll just take the Ever After. I probably won't even... I don't know if I'll even... Let's see. This... Return 2 creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Is this my graveyard? Yeah, from my graveyard. So we have a lot of returning stuff. Yeah, but now we need to get a lot of cheaper creatures. So we have to get as many Ghoul Caller's Apprentices as possible. Probably cut the Fogwalker. Not too early. We could cut the Emerge. In which case, I probably cut the Behemoth. Because we have quite a bit of top end already. I'm okay with keeping the Abundant Mob because this is like a mini Siege Rhino. Actually, it's not mini Siege Rhino. It's more expensive than a Siege Rhino. It has big... So it's a large Siege Rhino. We'll leave it at that. So none of these are interesting. I could take another Deathcap Cultivator, but do I... I'll take it because there is the speculative play like but we probably will want to run all our blue, so there is no room for all of that. Yeah, we'll take another Ghoul Caller's Apprentice. So our graveyard is chock full of apprentices. Another Graph Rats, Grotesque Mutation. We did it. Yeah, we did not take the combo, so let's just take the other Terrarians. This is a bit random. Probably take the Fall Orchard now. Oh, there's an Olivia's Bloodsworn, which would have been really great. We'll have to take the Fall Orchard because we are splashing for green here. Probably take the Liliana's Elite now. So we do have to make some real cuts here. I suspect our real cut would probably be the Apparatus. And we got Geese's Bidding. We'll just fill that out. And another Foul Bloods. So we actually have a lot of things to look at. The Crow of Dark Tidings might be the weakest one of the bunch, but it's probably Probably okay to have a flyer here. The issue right now is that our mana base is really weird. As you can see, 771, which is about right. I probably want to cut some of the blue. Let's see. If we're gonna make cuts, it's gonna have to be in the 3 and 4 slot. Probably cut the Gavany Unhallowed. And probably cut one Traben. It's either Crow or Traben Foul Bloods. I'll probably cut one Foul Bloods for now. We'll run it like this. Do I want to have Terrarion as an option? Because we are running Cryptolith Fragment. So we have 3 ways to get our green splash. So 8, 9, 7, 8, 3, 9, 8, 3. I'm tempted to go 10, 7, 10, 7, 3. It is a bit risky because this is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, that's fine. I think we can run it like that. So this is gonna be a bit interesting. This is gonna be very interesting for our last draft. We'll see if the plan goes. We did get things to line up, and it got weird in the third pack. But I would say that the good thing is that we were able to fill out our number 2 slot, if ever so slightly. And yeah, we're gonna need it a lot here, so we're definitely running this first. We need to hit. Yeah, the Mist Raven is gonna be our make or break portion here. We're gonna see if we can get it to work or not so much. Because there is a world where I probably cut one Mist Raven for something else. We really needed the blue-black lands, that's for sure. We didn't get any, so we're kind of relying on a lot of things. Also, nice thing about having these cheap ones is that we don't really mind if they die, and they do set up our Tragic Slip quite a bit. It also in a way fills out our 4 slot by being Exile trigger. Opponent leads on the Terrarion. Okay. Opponent on the mono red into a Scourge Wolf, which is 2/2 first strike. Opponent should be suspicious. No wait, this does not have Undying, so we can do it the other way, which is just a decent -1/-1. So we got that out of the way. We need another blue mana, so maybe we okay. I'll probably still play this. And the thing is, if our opponent decides to bomb one of these, ooh, Spirit of the Hunt. So we could just go for this mill, but we kind of need to still have more bodies. Ooh, this is actually solid rare. Yeah, it's also a bit of a shocker, but then again, our opponent did use their Terrarion for it. So this is 7, so we would need 1 more mana, and we can bin the Apprentice to get Abundant Maw. That's a good one. Alternately, we can Crow of Dark Tidings, then set up the Maw next turn. That's meh. This doesn't have flash, so that's something to remember. Also, probably. Ooh, we can actually cast this now. Okay, let's do that. So we're probably, if our opponent has a fight spell, that would be awkward. Maybe Yeah, they did have a fight spell. Moonlight Hunt, sure. Okay, did hit our Fall Orchard. Yeah, we could tempo them out a bit. Each creature controlled as a wolf or werewolf. I'm actually gonna just keep making more of these guys for now, because it's opponent's not necessarily winning. And if we can wreck their next tempo play, like let's say they drop a big one like that. Ooh, Fogwalker's a nice one too, but so when our opponent now replays this one, we can Fogwalker, and they will most likely swing with Spirit. It's a given. We will just Fogwalker, lock down the Spirit. Opponent goes Devil's Playground. Okay, 4/1/1. They have when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Yep, they're hitting all the rares. So let's see. I can swing with all of these guys. Alternately, I can just play it like this. Because right now, our opponent has to find a way to sack one of these to take out the crow. They kind of want to swing with all of them. We have to be on the lookout for a pump spell too, so that's an issue. But the worst case scenario is that we could just block all of these guys. Haven Ghoul Lich, probably not casting anything quite yet. I'm trying to think of what are the pump spells that could kill us. Brimstone Volley is an issue because they could just redirect the damage to us and kill us. I'm just gonna see what they have as a follow-up. Gastaff Arsonist. They don't have the flyer support. I was so going to cut Crow. It's a good thing I did not. There we go. That was a pretty solid one. That was also a close one. Our opponent's playing rare after rare after. Wait, no, they played only 2 rares. But let's be fair. They played 2 rares. We played. No, we didn't even get to play our Lich. We somehow outvalued them. Yeah, but yeah, that's how important filling up that 2-drop slot, that 3-drop slot. The 2-drop slot incidentally filling up our 4-drop slot. That was so much card advantage. We still had a relatively full grip of cards. Okay, so this one is... I really don't want to keep this. I guess we can because we will get our turn 4 Barter in Blood. And we have our 2 blue sources for Mistraven. The only caveat is our opponent fast? So far the answer is no. We will play Fragment first. We'll try to slow down the Colossus as much as possible. Hey, Tragic Slip. Well, the ETB taps something important to remember. Opponent leads on a Howlpack Wolf, which is solid. So I can actually lead on the Corpse Trawler. So we actually have tricks here. We can block, say, with the... We can block, but I'm probably just going to take. Opponent plays a Weirding Wood. Okay, just investigate him. No. So this one is for each zombie card in the graveyard. We can get that in easily with our Abundant Maw. Yeah, let's probably do that. Let's probably... Oh wait, we can swing first. We don't have to do that right away. And the nice thing is that each player loses 1 life, and so we can easily get this to Aurora of Emrakul. We do lose the ability to get green mana if it gets to that. Has Huntmaster, which is solid, but we can still swing. We can still swing at it. Oh, we don't have the new rules quite yet. Also, so it. But it enters as a copy, so if I copied Huntmaster, it does nothing. I probably just copy Abundant Maw. Ah, it's a cast trigger, so yeah, but it's better than this one. I am willing to swing with the I'm willing to swing with the regular one now. This one can block, so. Ooh, now they hit at 9. This only triggers at the beginning of our upkeep, so we'll get the creature by then. We will lose our second black mana. Okay. If each player... Ah, so this won't flip, which is actually important for us here. I want to barter, but not quite yet. They do have more cards, but if they're looking at that, maybe they don't have enough. So let's do a check. 1 zombie in the yard, so this will enter as a 3/3. Probably not the worst thing. We have... Actually, we do want to cast this first. Then follow up with either one of these. I'll follow it up with this one because... Yeah, we get this because we get the cast trigger that way. Opponent is going to sack Vessel. Ooh, what... And they get a Hinterland Logger. Very sad. Oh, they lose their clear shot as well. They will have to gum up their board now. Grapple with the pass. Mill tree. They can get back... Yeah, they're getting back Huntmaster. The life gain is kind of incidentally good. I could just Tragic Slip this guy now. But I'm afraid they might have something bigger. And I already cast my spell anyway. Nah, I don't want to flip. Let's Tragic Slip now. And don't forget, we can still keep pinging our opponent for 1 each turn. Opponent goes Hinterland Logger. Into... Yes, creature sorcery instant. We're one type away. Opponent might just snipe the Pure Bloods, but that's fine. Yeah, Galvanic Bombardment, that's correct. Makes our elite bigger, so we're fine with that. Opponent goes another Galvanic Bombardment, sure. makes our elite still bigger. So nice of them to draw the back-to-back bombardments. Oh, they actually drew quite a lot of cards. No, they didn't draw a lot of cards. They discarded a lot of cards. They used up all the removal spells to clear everything but the elite. And oh yeah, did I mention I have one more? The opponent's now forced to chump block mode. Yeah, that's it. They really ran out. They ran everything out, but they still ran out. Yeah, that was a very good one. I think in the end, I only played vampires or zombies. I did play a weird green black morbid deck. But that was phantom sealed. No, green white. I did have a solid green white morbid and phantom sealed, but I never got to play the others. In fact, this is probably my first time dipping into green. I never got around to playing the werewolves. It probably would have been different if I had taken the Brimstone Volley. That I would have gone into werewolves or vampires. But no, I'm liking the zombie synergies. It's just that good. Yeah, our rare did not really do anything except eat a bullet. So there is that. You have to remember it's a cast trigger. Okay, this one, yeah, this is where Blazing Torch fails. I probably will still keep it, but we need an early creature. If our opponent has the early... Oh, it's Explosive Apparatus. Not the worst. And if our opponent decides to snipe the Ghoul Caller's Apprentice, also not the worst. It will eat up their entire turn 3 play. It's 3 mana to activate this. I will definitely play... Excuse me. Definitely play the Cryptolith Fragment on turn 3. It kind of sets up for a possible turn 4 Lich, and if not, it definitely sets up the Apprentice, which is guaranteed to die. I'm now concerned why our opponent's taking quite a while thinking. It's Sigardan Priest. Well, double Apprentice is not the worst. I suspect our opponent is now going to be incentivized to play the land, pop this. We take one. That's fine. We also have an alternate play of we can play Apprentice, then equip with Torch. But I think I would rather play the Fragment at this point. Because... yeah, we need to set up our blue mana. And like this sets up Ghoul Caller's Apprentice into Liliana and plus Liliana's Elite, so we will have plenty of options to... we will have a good number of options to put the Torch on. Oh, Tragic Slip too. Not... opponent probably taps the Apprentice and... actually, they can tap both. We will end up taking 3. That's not bad, but... opponent actually rocking the mono white. We can... Archangel... ooh, that's such a greedy flash. For starters, we're not gonna block. Now take note, whenever it's it transforms at the beginning of the next upkeep. Well, they have Indestructible, so we're not blocked. So, here's our plan. Oh wait, if our Haven Ghoul Lich survives, we can actually cast our Archangel Avacyn. Oh, but you may cast target creature card in the graveyard this turn, but we don't have white mana. That's the caveat. Okay, so it's not perfect. Yeah, so this is not so yeah, so maybe an incentive to actually run a Terrarian. But yeah, we hold back for now. Corpse Trawler. We tried to get some more creatures to die, but we can start swarming our opponent. Yeah, we did survive taking this one out, because if this flipped, it would have been a disaster. It would have wiped out their own Garden Priest, but that's not really much of an issue. Yeah, we're going to be taking a beating in the air. We probably swing with... Yeah, this doesn't help fix your mana. We get spoiled with the newer cards these days. Yeah, we could probably lose this easy. We can lose this just on the back of our opponent's rares. That one is probably not going to be it though. Yeah, but if we can't find an answer to this, we will probably lose. We do have another Tragic Slip. Yeah, I'm now incentivized to put the Terrarian in, because that would have helped fill this one up. Oh, and I'm also don't want to activate this as much as possible, so let's swing with these three. This only transforms at our upkeep. Well, it is going to transform on a... So which do I want more? The Corpse Trawler or the Lich? Let's see. Our opponent will tap one of these down. We will automatically take 4. Yeah, I say we gum up the board. We gum up the board. We probably let Corpse Trawlers die if possible. Yeah, that's actually why I ended up cutting the blue one, because I knew we were going to have a lot of black. I didn't expect this much black, though. Opponent might snipe the Liliana's Elite, because that one would... But they could easily just hold back a token. It's not like this has trample. Opponent can easily yeah, they can transform this one. It just taps it as a result. They could block then transform, which it's a good way to eat it, I guess. If they transform it now, it's okay. So that's one less blocker for me to worry about. This one also pays. So this will transform, so I can actually swing with this one for extra damage. Okay, not casting either of these now, but let's see. Opponent goes down to 5, takes 1, 4, block, 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 3, 2, 1. Oh no, I attack with everything. Our opponent goofed up by transforming the Abomination. They did... It's not even activate as a sorcery. You didn't have to do that. We survived because of our... Actually, we would have survived any... Yeah, they... No, they would have been down to 1. We would not have survived. It's a good. So our opponent nuking their own blocker won the game for us. Thank you, opponent. Okay, quite solid. Let's keep going. We are. Yeah, one of these days I should prepare a green screen prep a green screen in the back here. It's gonna be a bit awkward with the AC placed up here. I probably will not be able to run a fan down here because it'll keep blowing at it. But I should consider. Yeah, definitely should consider. It's a matter of time that I start improving my professionalism, air quotes. But those are solid. I did not expect to win that last one. My gosh, we're just surviving against rares. We haven't even committed to we committed to good cards. Okay, so this one's gonna be awkward. I probably want to get another blue source because of the double Mist Raven. And yeah, 2 Mist Ravens in consideration is much better compared to the one. It's a bit better consideration compared to the one Altered Ego. But if I see our opponents playing green, I will consider that because we have a Haven Ghoul Lich. Okay, they're playing green. We'll get the green now. So let's hope this doesn't come to bite us. We'll probably play the Colossus first. Let's see if our opponent has removal, but at double greens, the answer is probably quite not yet. So next turn we will play Corpse triple green. Into a fragment. Ooh, this is an interesting one. We actually want our own fragment. No. We could equip, but there's no reason to equip yet, so we'll maximize our mana. Maximize our zombies. Hope our opponent does not have a board wipe. Also, it's zombies and vampires or zombies. Werewolves will still be a problem. Humans will still be a problem. It's a 3-1. Powerless, can't block. Well, we weren't planning to block actually. So probably gonna put it here. Yep, it's all zombies all the time. Oh, we can definitely cast their Shrill Howler. Oh, they have a Grim Flayer. We can also cast that if it gets to it, but let's see. Oh, they have a Rabbit Bite. We lose. Well, woohoo. This has Trample, but no Death Touch. Definitely playing the Lich next turn. Finally, the Lich gets to come out! Our opponent can probably kill it, but if not, we will cast their Shrill Howler. And they can't block because of the Shrill Howler. Oh wait, they can block a few, but they can block a few, but they can't. They could not block the Haven Ghoul Lich, which is the key one. Yeah, that was That was solidly fast. We finally got our Haven Ghoul Lich to pay off. It made the game really fast. Yeah, our opponent not doing anything for the most of 3 turns really hurt them. It actually could have hurt us on our end, which is why I was so insistent on getting 2 drops. And we actually had very close games. We could have easily lost a few of those games that we were just turn 3 Cryptolit, right? Which is why the 2 drop slot is so important if we're aiming to hit those really big bombs. And to think that our 2 drops are pretty much just it's pretty much just apprentices. Oh yeah, and that gamble paid off. That is why you do not crack your Evolving Wilds if you can. I'm so tempted to put one of each land now, but no, that's a really bad play. It's not like, how often are you gonna get Haven Ghoul Lich? So yeah, turn 2 Accomplice, turn 3 Lich, solid play. Now don't let the rank fool you. The matchmaking here is based on your win-loss rating. So our opponent is doing really good, all things considered. So turn 2 Accomplice, turn 3 Fragment. It's a shame this ETB's tapped, but I guess the lose 1 life part might have made it over the top. No, it doesn't really. Well, we definitely have to turn the Mist Raven now. We'll swing, see if opponent doesn't block. Opponent could counter this, which would make me really sad. Nope, no counter. So now we can start tempoing our opponent out. But we really want to save this for their really key spells, the ones that are really big. If it's something I can trade with, like that one is fine. Opponent might not. Oh, they're okay. They're trading. So now this is where we see how the Mist Ravens do. I will note that if our opponent plays their own Mist Raven, it's okay. Not this turn. Near Heat Chaplain, 3/1 lifelink. Oh, Tragic Slip. Activate only as a sorcery helps us quite a bit too. So we could just wait. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. We can maw this. The Emerge is very solid. Now our opponent could just make 1/1 spirit tokens. Sure. Westvale Abbey was a solid card for it back in its time. I don't think it's... Though I don't think our opponent's going to be able to activate. They really wanted to swarm, which kind of explains the Near Heat Chaplain, Exultant Cultist, Traven Inspector. Opponent's going to start dumping their board. We're likewise going to Imprisoned on the Moon. Okay, that gives us more mana. Hold on. This can return target creature. So this is not a creature anymore. We're not bouncing that. So we can activate this only as a sorcery. We're probably not gonna Tragic Slip anytime soon. So we might as well get our zombies out. There are zombies on the battlefield. Let's see what their big play is. Also, it'll be funny if they go through the trouble of flipping this. Yeah, the haste is kinda horrid. But bouncing it would be nuts. Opponent really wants to get their tokens out. They probably will do it immediately. The problem is Dawn Drift, flying 2/2. Sad. Make some tokens. Sad. We are going to offer some trades here. Because we can, if our opponent actually lets this through, they're dead because the Cryptolith Fragment dings them for 1. You're never gonna activate Westvale Abbey. Well, never is a bit harsh, but this was probably not the right time. You wanted Lingering Souls, and that was 2 weeks ago. Opponent is gonna be forced to make a lot of blocks. Okay, block that, block that. Okay, he doesn't want me to get another token. That's fair. That might be a really bad use for it, but hey, if it preserves our board, I'll take it. I could also... So we'll see if they do have a way, because this is really their big hope, but we can tempo them out a bit. They probably also should not attack with their token. They really need them blockers. Hey, Dark Colossus. Let's see what our opponent has. Maybe counters? Okay, this is probably greedy, but we'll play it now. Also sets them down to 3. Flash flying, that's fine. Because they will still be down to 1. So if they can't... So they will need to generate 4 creatures with 6 mana. Oh, and they still have to pay 5 to... Okay, never mind. That Angelic Purge, sure. Actually, the correct... Okay, now, do they have another one? No. Because the correct Angelic Purge target was the Cryptolith Fragment. Well, to be fair, our opponent wasn't going to survive either way, but... Yeah, we got that one. Actually, I've been mistaken. I was saying that we were not getting our rares. We did have a few games with Darkcraft Colossus, though. That was pretty solid. Still running. Still strong. Probably going... Our X0 streak is probably going to end soon. We might take a loss. Let's be realistic. Our deck is solid, but not invulnerable. Like, if we take that one game against the Werewolves deck, if we did not have the Tragic Slip, that 2/2 first striker would have bricked our entire game. So that was an issue. Okay, so man, we do have to keep this. We do get all our colors, and we're just 1 mana shy of trading into an Abundant Maw. Opponent looks like you're into Vampire Plan. Come on, give us another blue mana so we can Mist Raven our way to value. We hit an Evolving Wilds, but I think I would rather play this first. Because at worst case scenario, if let's say our opponent takes it out, we can Liliana's Elite and Evolving Wilds, get our second blue source that way. Then our Mist Ravens go live. It's not quite the worst case scenario yet. It's scary. It's scary, admittedly, but not the worst. Oh, it stalls it. Okay. We could actually just play the Fogwalker. Though it kind of does it just to set up a blocker. Nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna let the aristocrat grow cheaply. I suspect our opponent has a burn spell. So take note, it's when it deals damage to a player. Actually, if it gets the first counter, it's fine. We can just Raven it back if it gets that bad. No, opponent not doing anything about it. Okay. Because I'm also tempted to just swing. Okay, this doesn't have it. Yeah, let's bounce it first. I'm actually surprised. What does our opponent probably sitting on the ton of removal? Oh, or not. I have no idea what our opponent's sitting on. Lot of double red? Maybe. But we can then get our creature into Abundant Maw. I have no idea what's up with our opponent's hand. This is if maybe it is the lack of a second red source. This is what I would call ideal for vampires. Like your Olivia's Dragoons are single black. A lot of the Madness cards are single. Okay, a lot of the cards can be expensive if you don't have your payoff. Our opponent did hardcast this, so they do have their other red. They were thinking long game plan. I might actually end up sacking the Liliana's Elite in this case. No, probably Raven. No. Well, they took away that option. So, since this okay, this one at least could get blocking. Yeah, this is a better sack because it grows the Liliana to a 3/3, and we get a 6/4. I could swing into it, but we'll pass on that for now. We might probably just play Crow of Dark Tidings, get some stuff in the yard. Yeah, the Dark Salvation play. Yeah, that was correct. The Raven would probably be annoying enough. Opponent probably still has their own hard removal for this, so we're not out of the woods yet. It does mean that Liliana's Elite will continue to grow, so there is that bonus. Probably just play Corpse Trawler next turn. If we draw another mana source... So... if we hit our Tragic Slip, it's going to be quite... okay, it's not tragic enough. We will play the Corpse Trawler then. I can see an argument for swinging with this, but there is a good number of first strike tricks that makes me want to say no. So this is going to be a bit of a longer game, not exactly what I'm looking forward to. I'm also trying to remember. I know original Innistrad had some red fight spells. I don't remember. I don't think they carried over. No, they did not. Alchemist Greeting. Hard cast, so... okay, sure. Let's see if they have their first strike. We are willing to take the death. Okay, no first strike. Oh no, this has built-in first strike. What am I thinking? But we can fog into elites. That said, this is a 4/1 first strike on attack, so we have to consider this a threat. The nice thing is that Brimstone Volley, we know Brimstone Volley is 3 mana, so even if they, so a trade is not the worst thing. Oh. I'm also tempted to play the Crow just to grow this even bigger, but not when they have a blocker. It's kind of antithetical. Opponent, okay, did time out a bit. Also, yeah, they are missing their... I'm gonna swing with this one because if I can get them to use a combat trick, sure. Because if I remember correctly, the combat tricks are +3/+0, +3 something, so it won't. So they'll probably just eat the zombie token. No, no trick, so they're taking it. Yeah, locking this down is a good one. Opponent, yeah, kind of land flooded. They did hit the Mad Prophet, so they can Mad Prophet into Greetings, perhaps? Anyway, let's play Crow first. Also, the only thing that can block this is... Okay, hit another creature, so that's a 6/6. So only this can block this. They could have another Alchemist Greeting, but it will eat a zombie token. Or the Mad Prophet. 2 black, 1/1 black, so they can combo it out to eat one of the elites. Because we know this gets true unless they give up their Aristocrat. They probably won't. They might also go for the chump block plan, which it looks like that's what's happening. We probably are okay taking the damage from the vampire. Yeah, they're deciding if they want to just answer one of the elites now, deal with a 7/7 later. Oh yeah, I never found room for the ever after. I figured that we wanted our gameplay to be fast. We did have some games where we did end up at 6. Okay, our opponent is in chump block mode. Yep, Skulk means the zombies can't block you. If you want to block that, it's the Aristocrat. Read Skulk, man. There's even this symbol to tell you that what can't block it. Opponent's gonna go for the mass, which is fine. Which means we do hit them for 6. No, 7. They go down to 1. Now I know why the fragment ETBs tap. That would be so mean if it could. Oh, he really hasn't figured out his Skulk. Anyway, we'll just take that. Our opponent really could block with the Aristocrat. Well, they could also swing. It will have first strike, so I'll be forced to block with the Foul Bloods. But then we will... Opponent discarding, gets more zombies. Do any of them fly? I don't think they fly. But they might be... So that's the issue. They need something that flies, and they need to hold back the Aristocrat. If they don't hold back the Aristocrat, they concede. They were missing the anti-flyer. Crow of Dark Tidings actually saving our bacon there. Hoo-wee. This was actually a very fast episode. But we're doing a real solid here. Okay, so any game can be our last now. We do have an allowance of 2 losses, but let's call this. Let's see if we can go all the way with this. Yeah, it's a shame that pretty much the interest in Shadows over Innistrad tapered off after 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks is really the right amount. What would I have done? I probably would have done the Tinker's Cube draft and probably be really salty about it. Then I probably would have done one more week of Phyrexia, all will be one. I actually did a quick draft, but on and off time. Well, not bad. Five wins. Okay, so again, Evolving Wilds, we probably just grab the green source right away. The nice thing of note is that we kind of paid attention in an off sense that we only needed one swamp to get things going. The only awkward card is really the double Mist Raven. Opponent's actually okay. Opponent is kind of missing. Well, okay, there are some cases where the decision is hard to make. Usually the ideal, even like if you have a 3-4 split, if these cards were like say turn 3, turn 4, turn 4, turn 5, I would probably be double thinking about keeping either. Likewise, the usual case, you're missing one color or something. I'm probably gonna crack this one because I'm gonna get the green source because there is a good chance our opponent might be in Werewolves, and we hit the double blue, and we hit the double blue natural anyway, so not bad. So Ember Eye Wolf. I'll play the Foul Bloods. If our opponent just goes to swing at us and give it +2/+0, it's really bad for them. Opponent goes for the Byway Courier. We'll let them investigate. Do we out... Actually, we don't out the Ember Eye Wolf. Yeah, because we're kind of... Because if they swing and just decide... Let's say they hit us for 5. It's not the worst thing in the planet. And most likely they're just going to hit us for 1 and drop something else. Which turns out to be a much better target for Deadweight. And probably play a Gruul Caller's Apprentice because I'm so happy with this one. Now we have to be careful when we do exile this because it will turn this off. Ooh, opponent did have an Ulrich. I say I block it. Because it turns on Menace here. Now our opponent will have to hold back blockers. Yeah, we could easily lose to this one though. We would need to hit our Tragic Slip to kind of buy our way out of it. Opponent is drawing cards, so there is some cold comfort there. This is an ETB or transform, and so you may have it fight. Okay, so there's a fight there. It does mean that you could swing with both of these, it'll take them both, or we just Tragic Slip. Now they might have a effect, but they did already fight our creature, so this is -13, -13. And yeah, we can... Opponent probably has a burn spell, but or they could just block and pump, which is fine. And let's make one. Yeah, I like the handy counter there, so... Yeah, instant creature, enchantment, land, artifact. Whoa, we actually got there! Zombies on the lawn. And we get to platinum for the first time in a long time, but that was I really like Shadows over Innistrad. I'm very happy with this. Even the first two drafts where where with like 3 wins each, I was actually okay with those two. Yeah, I really like this format. Even the special ones were quite nice too. So there we go. Get ourselves a nice prize. Yeah, and we're ready for mom. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Talia's Lancer is a good way to get Ravison. Many thanks to Daniel Davillo Carino for tuning in. We're actually getting a lot of this nice other stuff too. Yeah. Any support, even if it be for a minute or so, I am very grateful for it. Yeah, we actually got ourselves a nice haul there. Even the few rares that we didn't really play with, yeah, sure, it's fine. But also getting a lot of nice stuff too. And we even survived some of those weird some of those games with rares. Those were really close. Well, anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.